Okay, dear students, today once again welcome you in this online class, and today I'll discuss the new topic, that is atomic spectra or line spectra of hydrogen atom. We have discussed the spectrum in details, and diagrammatically, theoretically, everything have been discussed about the spectrum. We have discussed about the both the type of emission spectrum, absorption spectrum, continuous spectrum, discontinuous spectrum, line spectrum. Every word have been explained to you. So today specifically we will discuss about the hydrogen atom. Why it is very important to discuss the hydrogen atom? Because this hydrogen atom has got a great contribution towards the development of the Bohr's model. That is, it is very important because this hydrogen atom, with this hydrogen atom only we get the idea about the atomic structure very first. Very first we got the idea of atomic structure by studying the line spectra of hydrogen atom only, or atomic spectra of hydrogen atom. So that is why it is very important. With the very first atomic spectra we got in the world of chemistry. So we will discuss it, how to get the line spectra, atomic spectra of hydrogen atom. Diagrammatically I have shown it. First of all, the hydrogen is filled in discharge tube. You all know the discharge tube during the cathode ray day experiment. In the last chapter number 1, some basic concept, we have discussed the discharge tube in details. Okay, so this discharge tube is filled with the hydrogen gas, and this discharge tube contains the two electrodes, positive and negative, and both are connected to very high voltage. These two are connected to very high voltage. Okay, this discharge tube is connected to very high voltage, around 11,000 voltage, so that it can produce the energy. Okay, so when this electricity is passed through this discharge tube, which is filled with the hydrogen gas at low pressure, then first of all this hydrogen molecule get dissociated. First of all, what happens? This hydrogen molecule get dissociated. Once it get dissociated, it become energetically excited hydrogen atom. So this hydrogen molecule will get dissociated into the energetically excited hydrogen atom. So first it was a hydrogen gas, and hydrogen gas is in molecular form. When the high quantity of electricity is passed through it, this hydrogen molecule dissociates into energetically excited hydrogen atom. Energetically means very high energy will be associated with those atoms. Excited means their electron will be in their higher energy state. Electrons will be in higher. Generally electrons are in the ground state to be stable, but when the electricity, so much of electricity is passed through it, then it will become excited. So it will be in the excited state. So that's why we say that energetically excited hydrogen atom. And when any hydrogen atom or any atom become energetically excited, it emits energy. What emits? It emits energy. So when this excited hydrogen atom become excited, when this energetically excited atom comes into the picture, when this hydrogen atom become energetically excited, then it releases the electromagnetic radiation. So it releases electromagnetic radiation, which we have already discussed. Electromagnetic radiation of a discrete frequency. Means fixed frequency. मीन्स जो भी आएगा स्पेक्ट्रल लाइन्स वो फिक्स फ्रीक्वेंसी, एनर्जी जो रिलीज होगा उसका एनर्जी जो है फिक्स होगा. तो उस जो भी एनर्जी रिलीज होगा उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी फिक्स होगा, वेवलेंथ फिक्स होगा. मतलब कंटिन्यूस नहीं होगा, डिसकंटिन्यूस होगा. फिक्स्ड क्वांटिटी में एनर्जी ये एब्जॉर्ब भी किया और रिलीज भी किया, क्योंकि ये एटॉमिक स्पेक्ट्रा है. दिस इज नॉट अ लाइट स्पेक्ट्रम. सो गिव्स यू द रेडिएशन ऑफ डिस्क्रीट फ्रीक्वेंसी रहता है, इसलिए उसका स्पेक्ट्रल लाइंस भी वेल डिफाइंड हुए आता है. ओके, एंड दिस हाइड्रोजन एटम कंसिस्ट ऑफ सो मेनी लाइंस. दिस हाइड्रोजन स्पेक्ट्रल लाइंस कंटेन्स so many spectral lines. It will be completely filled. Okay, so many spectral files, and it ranges in the 3 regions. It is in the visible region, which is visible to us. we can see it with our naked eye or with the microscope. Second thing, that its spectral lines also comes into the range of ultraviolet and infrared region also. Apart from this appearing into the visible range, its spectral lines comes into the ultraviolet region or infrared region, which is not visible to us. We are not able to see with the naked eye, even with the microscope. To see all these things, we have to make extra arrangement. But the very first time when this line spectra was produced by a scientist called Mr. J.J. Balmer, he was the first scientist who carried out this experiment and given the world an idea of the hydrogen spectrum. So this person, when carried out this experiment very first time, those time it was not facility were not available. So to see the line spectrum in the ultraviolet region and infrared region, it comes into the picture later on after the discovery of this Balmer series. So why we spectral lines appearing into the visible when we say Balmer series? Why we say Balmer series? Because it was discovered by Mr. Balmer, J.J. Balmer in 1885. So after his name, to honor him, so this word named this spectral lines as Balmer series. So Balmer series was the first series of spectral lines. So Balmer series was the first series of spectral lines which came into the picture because it was visible. But all those time, only facility is there to see with our naked eye only. Even with the microscope were not available advanced. Nowadays we have got so many things. But the moment it was discovered, that moment the facilities were not available. Sophisticated instruments were not there. So with the naked eye only we were able to see it. So that's why Balmer has seen these things in the visible range only. And he said that this is the spectral lines of the hydrogen. He said that it is the four spectral lines: violet, blue, yellow and red. This is the four lines we got. So here energy is absorbed and it is released. First the electrical through reactive discharge to high voltage of electrical energy is absorbed, then it becomes in excited state. When it becomes excited state, so some of the energy is absorbed into it and some of the energy is released. Some of the energy is released by hydrogen. So when energy released, so those released energy is passed through the slit to make a beam. Beam is what? It's a collection of rays. So we make a beam here and this beam passes through the prism. When this passes through the prism, this splits into the four parts: violet, blue, yellow and red spectral lines. It got split into four. This has been shown here. So this spectral line we got in the Balmer series and it comes into the visible range. So that is why this series is named after Balmer. Okay, after development of this, so after studying all these spectral lines, Balmer also have given a relationship. Okay, after studying all these spectral lines, there is no proof for this relationship. But he has written this relationship and this relationship have no proof. Practically use it, you will get the 100% perfect result. That's why it is correct. I don't know how he has given, Mr. J.J. Balmer. He has given this relationship. He has established the relationship among the different wavelengths. Because these lights, red, yellow, blue, violet, these lights have got different wavelengths. These colors have got different frequency. So that is why he established the relationship between this wavelength among themselves. These wavelengths got established with one another, established the relationship one another, and that relationship we have written here. You know the nu bar. What is this? Wave number. This wave nu bar is what? Wave number. So wave number is 1 by lambda. We know that, it is already explained to you. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Its unit would be per centimeter. Because it is a length, so it should be per centimeter. So now he had given that nu bar equal to 109677 1 by 2 square minus 1 by n square. This is the relationship between the different wavelength. This n gives you, this n has got 3, 4, 5. So this is the 2, 1 by 2 square and 1 by n square. This gives you the spectral lines. So 3, 4, 5 like that. You put the number, you will be getting the visible range. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 ranges you have. So this relationship and this relationship also known as Balmer formula. This relationship also is known as Balmer formula, and the spectral lines are called Balmer series. So this relationship what is given by the Mr. Balmer, it is only applicable to the Balmer series. But after the discovery of spectrum of the Balmer spectrum, Balmer series, then other scientists also tried to study the spectral lines, and all other scientists were able to study the spectral lines in all other regions, even in ultraviolet region and infrared region also other scientists were successful to study. And then Rydberg extended this formula to all the series, whether it is in ultraviolet, infrared region or in visible range. So he got some modification to this relationship. Who had got? Mr. Rydberg. Mr. Rydberg had given some changes in this relationship. He had modified. It is not a wrong formula, but this formula is applicable to only Balmer series. But what Rydberg did, after the discovery of all different kind of spectral lines in ultraviolet region and infrared region, we have got 5 range of series. We have got the 5 type of spectral lines. We have got 5 type of spectral lines that we will discuss in the next lecture. And all those 5, when this 5 type of spectral lines came into the picture, then the Rydberg considered this formula and he derived a general formula which is applicable to all the spectral lines, whether it is in visible range or ultraviolet range and infrared range. That I will also discuss further. Okay, so that extension of this formula I will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.